The highest price is between $1,650, 0 cents, and $2, 0 cents. 9,000. Get ready for a big financial break by the end of 2024. These claims aren't just shocking, they're based on a major event, the release of an XRP ETF. BlackRock, a big financial company that made a Bitcoin ETF that did very well, is now applying its impressive track record to XRP that is really automatically reshaping. BlackRock's move into XRP is a big deal because almost every ETF plane they've sent in has been approved. But BlackRock isn't the only one making waves. There is now one more thing in the game. Grayscale has not only offered an XRP ETF, but they have also added XRP to their list of cryptocurrencies. This shows a foreign deals with XRP. Before we get to the main part of today's post, let's quickly catch up. Can you do me a favor to join our great group? Just so you know, we're getting ready for a big XRP giveaway as we get closer to 60,000 subscribers. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is do these 3 simple things. So make sure you're ready and tuned in. Also, don't forget to leave a help coin code in the comments right now. Let's see what's new in the exciting world of XRP today. When you look at the numbers more closely, it's clear that BlackRock has a great track record when it comes to approving ETFs. BlackRock's move into cryptocurrencies and Web3 is a big deal. A shift in how standard banks see digital currency. If you look at the big picture, you'll see that BlackRock is the world leader in asset management. Their almost perfect track record of approving ETFs shows how well they know how to navigate the financial market. Remember that BlackRock has an amazing 99.8% approval rate for ETFs, which makes them an unbeatable force in the ETF world. There are reports that big banks like JP Morgan and BlackRock have not only been looking at XRP, but also buying it. One story says that these big banks have put more than 7.5% of their entire wealth into XRP. A new article with a lot of research even said BlackRock might be shifting all of its attention from Bitcoin to XRP, which would mean a big change in how they spend their money. This shows that more and more people are interested in XRP, which makes the idea of a BlackRock tax ID tax even more interesting. While no one knows who made the XRP ETP, the fact that it exists is a big step toward an ETF. Reports say that the XRP ETP has been released, but it is still in the pre-legal process and has no value. It's ready to be shown off at any time. More people are now talking about the possibility of launching an XRP ETF. At the same time as the ETP, this simultaneous release not only makes it also shows how quickly work is progressing on the ETF. It could come out just a few weeks after a Bitcoin ETF. To put this in perspective, Bitcoin went from $0, 0 cents to $43,000, 0 cents before its ETF started. XRP has a huge amount of potential. Its value could go through the roof once its ETF hits the market, going up to $1,650, 0 cents. Listen up, this isn't as crazy as it sounds. The XRP ETP is already live, and an XRP ETF will be possible in just a few weeks. Many people don't know this, but Fidelity, a big name in finance, has made the XRP exchange-traded product public. This means that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is moving quickly to start an XRP ETF. Commission is expected to give its approval soon. Yesterday, we talked about a new article that said an XRP ETF might be coming soon. The news came from a report that was leaked from BlackRock and showed that an ETF filing for XRP was about to happen. A top BlackRock analyst made a public comment that made things even more exciting by announcing that a BlackRock ETF will be launched that is only for XRP. In an ATF report, they even talked about the iShares XRP Trust. I wasn't sure about this at first, but I looked it up, and sure enough, it's on the Delaware list of companies online. This new development changes everything and shows how close we are to seeing a big change in. A new study shows that BlackRock and JP Morgan have both bought more than 7.5 million XRP. This shows that big companies are getting involved with cryptocurrency. BlackRock is leading the way by not only holding on to a lot of XRP, but also using the XRP system in their business. Most importantly, BlackRock will likely approve the XRP ETF. They have almost a perfect track record of doing so. You can't say enough about how much an XRP ETF changes its value worth. So a goal price of $9,831.00 for XRP, which may seem high at first, starts to make sense when you think about all the important things that are about to happen. For example, XRP is setting itself up to become a major player in global debt trades. It's possible for $180.00 to $1.30 quadrillion to move through the XRP ledger. With the ISDA being the main driver, the BRICS countries, including Saudi Arabia, are also adding the XRP ledger to their systems. And the Republic of Palau is using it to build its own digital currency. This is a classic case of high volume, high demand, and limited supply. This topic has been getting a lot of attention lately. Some people think that my excitement about XRP is just a dream. Okay, so maybe they're right, but let me say this. I really want to accept this. As I take a deep breath, I roll it up into a big ball and light it up. That's really strong stuff. I really believe in hope. It keeps you going, especially when things are bad and you're barely hanging on. If you don't believe in hope and think it's all just wishful thinking, that's fine. Help each other out. That's what I tell myself. We're not about dropping pieces into a void so anything less feels like that. We're here to keep things calm. Good things are being talked about. Regarding organizations and XRP, it was pointed out that they don't have to buy it, they could also lease it, which is an interesting thought. This made me think about what would happen if XRP was only bought by regular people. I looked into this more and even asked ChatGPT how many transactions happen every day on the SWIFT system. And the answer was over $7 trillion. 0 cents, which I thought was crazy. Keep in mind that this only includes foreign trade and doesn't include the derivatives market, which is worth quadrillions of tokens that can't be exchanged for cash or real estate that has been tokenized. Think about how all of these things could be done with XRP. What do you think would happen if XRP with its $1,700.00 connections? Yes, Ripple and XRP have really raised the bar here, had to handle only $3 trillion, 0 cents of it every day. It's possible that this would make XRP worth more than $150.00 per share. That's it. Its value will definitely go up because XRP has a big network. So it makes sense to think that some of these